Hello. Today I wanted to do my game of the year list because it's Christmas and we always do a list at the end of the year. So the way I'm doing it is I have a lot of, all the games I played this year, not from 2022, they're from any year. I tried though to keep up with new games that interested me. And so the way I'm going to be doing this is that I'm going to be doing the classic Giant Bomb format, which is we start from the bottom to the top, eliminating games on the list one by one. So I'm just gonna get right into it, and I've thought about my first cut for a long time, and it's gonna be I Am Dead. I Am Dead is basically just I Spy. I thought it would be a lot more, considering it was published by Annapurna Interactive, because I played another one of their games on this list that might get pretty high, and yeah, this game did absolutely nothing for me. I hated it. I beat it, but I hated it, so gonna move on to the next one. Gotta figure out what number that is, one sec. Okay, it's 28. It's numbered. I Am Dead at the 28th game of the year. So for 27, it's a lot. There's a lot of games. 27, I'm gonna put Sonic Forces. I knew this game would be bad, but I like Sonic, and I got it on a sale. And it wasn't bad. It only took 2.5 hours to beat, which is always like the best when a game is short. But it was really buggy, and the levels were so terrible. Every level felt like right when it should have started, it should have ended. And that just felt like it throughout the game. The world map was boring. I did like making my own character though. That is easily the best feature. But it's just really plain, really derivative, I felt like, for Sonic. Especially coming off of Generations. Like Generations was so good, but it didn't need to be done again. They didn't need to bring classic Sonic back, I thought. The whole game is a mess. It's like bad, but it was $10, so kind of worth it. I like the photo of my Sonic, OC fist bumping Sonic. So for 26, I want to cut damn, I erased the wrong thing. Oh, this is hard. I played too many good games. I played way too many good games. Another Sonic game, Sonic Mania, at the number 26th game. Sonic Mania, I enjoy it as much as I enjoy most of classic Sonic, which is I enjoy it until I get a game over and I have to restart the entire game again. And yeah, it was a good 2D Sonic game. Just 2D Sonic isn't really my thing. It never really was. I'm much more of a 3D Sonic guy. But it did have really good sprite work. And so next I'm gonna cut Keroblaster. Keroblaster at the 25th spot was made by the same developer who made Cave Story, and I played Cave Story a while ago when I was a lot younger, and it really stuck with me. It's like one of the few Metroidvanias I like. I'm not a huge Metroidvania person, but Cave Story was really nice, and this game was very scaled down from Cave Story. Not a bad thing, but I feel like fuck, I don't even know why I'm making it sound bad, because most of the games I played this year are good. Keroblaster is a pretty good, solid platformer. Huge 3DS vibes. I feel like I would have gotten this at the 3DS eShop and played it like a ton when I was a kid, but there were just better things to play. I did beat it though, but it was a very solid, smooth platformer, and it had a pretty good story. I enjoyed the story. Going fast. So, 24. I am gonna cut. This list is gonna get bad at the end. This list is gonna get so hard at the end to do. Number 24, I'm gonna cut the Risk of Rain 2 Survivors of the Void DLC. I didn't want it to get too far because it is DLC, but Risk of Rain 2 is one of my favorite games like ever. It's one of like the best roguelikes I ever played easily. It has so much action going on. My brain just makes constant calculations when I play it. And this DLC was okay. I felt like it could have added more. It added only like 2 new survivors and a couple stages and a new final boss. But it still reinvigorated Risk of Rain 2 for me, which is all it needed to do. Just all it needed to do. So, at a very well-earned 24th spot, we have that DLC. '23. I should not be thinking this too hard at 23. I should not be thinking this hard. I mean, I looked at this list for like all year, and I knew it would be hard, but oh my god. Like, Elden Ring came out this year. Like, come on. Nothing's gonna beat that. We'll see. We'll cross that road when we get to it. I have like, this middle section's gonna be rough. I have like the bottom tier, and then I have like my top 5 probably in my head. This middle section it's a bloodbath, man. At 23, I'm cutting Vampire Survivors. I got a lot out of this game at the start, but the more it went on, the more samey it got. People love this game, I get it, but yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Once you get down to like end game, it's the same thing every day. I've heard there's a hump with it, but I put in like 23 hours, and I even grinded to get like achievements, so I think it's fair to say I was like late game into it, and then yeah, the game just fizzled out once it showed me its like hand, you know. But 23 hours for a $2 game, worth it, and it was so much fun. It's literally like Coke. Like, you do it, it's the best time of your life, and then you put it away for a while. You don't need to do that anymore. At 21, I am gonna put Rogue Legacy 2. I haven't beaten this one yet. I just got it on Switch because it came out like 2 months ago. It's more Rogue Legacy. That's all I really wanted it to be. The classes are amazing. I love all the new classes. The combat and movement is really good. what I think is most interesting about the game is that Rogue Legacy, I feel like, never got its flowers because it was like right at the end of the start of the indie boom, because you had like Spelunky, Fez, Braid, that's the one I'm thinking of. Spelunky, Fez, Braid, and you had Rogue Legacy. Those are like the big four from that time that I can remember being like big deals, and I loved Rogue Legacy. Like, the combat was just so snappy and quick, and like hitting things with your sword felt so good. I think that's like one of the most important things for a game for me is like game feel. Rogue Legacy is one of the best feeling games, and then you had like the indie game boom of like the rest of the 2010s, and there's so many like roguelikes that borrowed from Rogue Legacy because it combined it like roguelike with Metroidvania in its first game. And so many games, even Dead Cells, like Dead Cells owes so much to Rogue Legacy. And it's interesting to see concepts from those games get brought back into Rogue Legacy because now the devs are borrowing from all those games that built on Rogue Legacy's, legacy, and they're making it again. And so it's so much fun. It's like the added movement is insane. I love the kick jump that you can do, and it's really challenging right now, which I didn't, I've played a lot of roguelikes, but it's really good. It's also pretty small compared to other like roguelike indie games. Like, it's not better than Dead Cells. If you want a good combat heavy roguelike, Dead Cells is like one of the perfect ones, especially with the 2D Metroidvania style. Like, I don't know. I'm glad I got it on Switch though, and it's been a blast. So that's gonna be Rogue Legacy 2, number 22. Okay. Number 21, I'm gonna put Overwatch 2. I love, like, everyone loved the first Overwatch, including me. I spent a lot of time with that game when I was, younger, when it first came out, and it lasted a while for me. I think it lasted for about 3 years, and then even then I'd still play on and off with my friends sometimes, or even by myself, because it's a great turn your brain off game. I'm glad Overwatch 2 exists because it's perpetuating Overwatch as like a franchise, because 1 just kind of was like fizzling out, so I'm glad 2 came out. A multiplayer doesn't feel like that big a change for me now that I'm used to it. I kind of like it. I like playing tank a lot. Junker Queen's awesome. But some of the new heroes suck. The monetization is terrible. Like, one of the worst battle passes ever. I can't believe the game launched with that. And like, even then, the cosmetics are so pricey. It just feels... That's the thing with Overwatch 2. It feels so scummy. Like, you have the base game of like old Blizzard there before the allegations came out about like, oh, there was so much care in Overwatch. Like, you felt like a real, like, oh yeah, it's a Blizzard title. Like, it's a big deal. Overwatch 2 came out and oh my god, when it was announced, it was a mess. They don't even have the single player. Like, it's just an update. Oh my god, I really put that ahead of... I should have cut that sooner. Oh my god. I'm just realizing how, like, bad it was. Because they announced it with the fucking campaign. They announced it with the campaign. And the campaign's not out. What even is Overwatch 2? Fuck Overwatch 2. At the 2021 Game of the Year, Overwatch 2, I do still play it and I do still enjoy it a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. I gotta move on from Overwatch 2. Okay, 20. Oh my god. Oh, I see a juicy looking pick for the ceremonial dagger right here. People would hate me for that, but no, it's not. It's time. We got a couple more before we get to that one. Here's another unpopular opinion. Wait. I don't know if I want to commit to that one yet. It's the only one jumping out to me. Okay. At number 20, I'm putting Unpacking. Unpacking is a really great game because it's shows like how objects as narrative, how the narrative that's told through decorating a room, and its whole premise brings up a really good, emergent narrative in your mind, right? You play the game, but there's enough story hints to kind of guide yourself through in a narrative you can form in your head. And that's the best part about the game is while you're unpacking everything and making it look good, you have these, ideas of like whose stuff it is, how old they are, like do you put your diploma up or not? It makes you really think because in your head you're like, oh, what was my character's like? How do they feel about their diploma? Would they like it enough to hang it up, or do they just like want to just leave it in a box? And that's what I really like about it, especially the moving places. You know, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, Unpacking it, the 20 number 20 game of the year. I don't have that much more to say about it. I mean, just play the game. It's like 3 hours long, and you should. I think you can get it on the App Store. Time to start hitting the Chardonnay for the top 20. Oh man. Okay. Okay. At number 19, I'm gonna cut Sonic Mania. This was the first 2D Sonic game that I ever beat, and it's because it's amazing. Like, oh my god, people talk about this game all the time, and I knew it was good. I was just waiting for the right time for it, and it really hit when I got it. Pixel art is beautiful. The gameplay is amazing. The stages have so many layers to them, and it's just a great celebration of Sonic. It's like easily probably like a top S tier Sonic game among every Sonic game, like 2D and 3D. And even though I don't like 2D Sonic, I just loved Mania and its charm and its style. Just really good. Just really solid. Okay. At number 18, I'm gonna put Fortnite. I played a lot of Fortnite this year. I don't know why. Because my friends got into it. Me and my friends played it a lot. And, I just saw a lot of people playing more Fortnite. Definitely had to do with the anime collabs. I bought the Goku and Vegeta skins. And then this past, week, I bought the My Hero skins. So, I mean, they got me. You got me. But Fortnite's fun. This maneuverability is awesome. I don't know if it's just that I think I'm just better at shooters now, but getting a lot more kills than I did when I played it as a like high schooler, and I just think it's super fun, and it's super corporate, but there's nothing else like it. Like, what other game can you have all these characters coming in and just killing each other with guns? And the gameplay's solid. I only play zero build though, but the shooting feels so like good. The graphics are amazing. Fortnite's low-key beautiful. It's insane now. Like I can't believe it's this good now. But the Dragon Ball collab was easily the best one of the year. Using the Kamehameha was sick. It was really cool. I think they already got rid of the Deku one. It only was out for like a week, but the Dragon Ball collab was really fun. So that's Fortnite at number 18. At number 17. Yep, it's time. Persona 5 Royal. I haven't beaten it. I'm 80 hours in. I'm in Kanashiro's palace. I'm on the cruise ship. And oh my god, playing this game at the start is like crack. I pulled all-nighters for this game. I'd never pulled an all-nighter for a video game before this. Like Persona 5. I was so obsessed and into this game. And I saw it for its faults, right? But, you know, the best part about Persona is that emergent narrative that happens in your head. You know, the one where, you know, you imagine your characters going to school together and walking. And even though the game is so bare bones and so repetitive, it's that, you know, story that forms in your head that really keeps you going. And I like the gameplay. I like the social aspects. The social aspects are amazing. The battle system's a little too basic for me, especially towards the end game. At this point, I have like, I feel like I can't really experiment with my build. I feel like everything is just get damage dealing, like attacks, find the weakness, hit them, all out attack. It's just that kind of same cycle. But I do like it. Terrible writing decisions throughout the game. I don't know what they were on with that teacher relationship, social link. She was the first one I maxed out though. I enjoyed that, you know. I enjoyed it, but what the fuck. Same with, okay, spoilers. For the middle of the game, when Joker dies, and then they're like, we got him. And then he's back to life, and the player has no... And, like, they're figuring out this... It's revealed in flashback. They have this plan figured out since, like, maybe hour 30 in the game. I'm on hour, like, 80. And they're figuring this out, and it's just, like, you couldn't have let me in on it. Like, let the player make that plan. Let the player be a part of it. Don't just Deus Ex Machina it. Like, the writing decisions are just so terrible, like, overall in the game. The character stuff's good. I mean, the character stuff's good in every Persona game, but this overarching narrative is so boring and basic and repetitive. This game is too long. This game is so fucking long, and I hate it. The Personas are cool, though. The Persona designs are excellent. I don't like the main cast, though. Persona 4 had I think, a way more endearing main cast. I mean, they're okay. Like, this main cast is okay. Like, everything about Persona is okay. I feel like once that, like, big rush hit for me, like, once I, like, finally settled into Persona 5, I really enjoyed it, and I just crashed so hard. I want to beat it, though. I want to beat it before the end of the year, but it might be just one of those things that I play really slowly through, like, throughout next year. Okay. Number 16, I'm gonna put Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. This is a rhythm game spin-off, and my friend's PS4, I played it on at his apartment, and it's pretty good. I liked both. I played. You'll see what the next cut's gonna be, but I played Persona 4. I'm just gonna do the next 2 games. That's 16 Persona 5 dancing and 15 Persona 4 dancing. These games are fire. The dancing is amazing. I love rhythm games. Rhythm games are like such an underrated genre and one of my favorites, and these were so good. Persona 5 not as good as Persona 4, but Persona 4 had the most like annoying visual novel sections ever, and like just the most uninteresting original characters. But I liked them. The music, incredible. Music's good in all of them. I like Persona 4 a lot more though, because I like Persona 4's style more, and I like Persona 4's music more, and I like its characters more. And they have dances in all of them. Persona 5 dancing in Star Night doesn't even have all the dances. Sometimes the songs will just be videos, and that's disappointing, because Persona 4 was super good. It had a lot of quality in it. And as a rhythm game too, it's really fun. Like, I'm an OS player, so I didn't get how a rhythm game would work on a controller, but very smooth, very intuitive. Once I like finally clicked with it, I was so into it, and I still listen to the soundtrack now. So at number 16, Persona 5 Dancing in Star Night, and at number 15, Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Okay. It's the white wine. It's alright. Not as good as the Kirkland brand rosé I was drinking earlier. Shout out Kirkland. Okay. Okay. Now we're in the fun area. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. So there were like 2 halves to this list, I'd say. There's going to be the first 15 and then the next, like, whatever. This second half, all bangers. All of these games were fire. I loved all of them. And I'm very excited to see which one's going to come out on top. I'm very excited. So I'm going to start it off, the second half of this list, with number 14, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. I never had a Wii U. My family would not buy me a Wii U for whatever reason. And so I really missed out on this game. And then it came to Switch in 2019, I think. And I missed out on it again. But it was on sale and I got it this year. And it's just a really, just solid Mario game. I think this game is incredibly humble in what it tries to do. And it never tries to be doing too much. You know, Odyssey is big. Odyssey is huge, and are the best things about it. But the best things about this game are in how tiny it is. You know, the levels are a lot smaller, they're a lot quicker, but there are so many collectibles in each one, and this game is so replayable, and each stage is just completely different from each other, which is, you know, the most you could ask for in a Mario game. But this one's so solid, and it has just such good Mario charm, man. They nailed it with this game. Like, it's all there. Just like felt really good and comforting. It's like a very good comfort game. Just to like play a few levels, put it down. You know, and it was like perfect for the Switch. It's insane it came out on the Wii U, because I feel like they could have just made this on the Switch with like their modern like design philosophies. But Yeah, I haven't played the Bowser's Fury section yet. I'll get to that on. I'm saving that for just a rainy day. Just a rainy day where I can cozy up with some Mario again. Okay. At 13, I fucked up. Okay. I forgot to cut Pokemon Legends Arceus. But I'm gonna keep it here. God damn, I feel bad this game is getting above the Persona dancing games, but I can make a case for it. I didn't enjoy this as much as other people. Me and Pokemon have like a weird love-hate thing. I'm getting increasingly agitated by the games that they put out, because none of them are really that good anymore. I feel like when I was younger, like, a Pokemon game, I was like, something. But with Legends Arceus, even though they tried to innovate on a lot of stuff, it was just the wrong time for me. I'd come off playing Disco Elysium, and if you've ever played Disco Elysium, like, oh my god, best game of all time. Like, it's so good. So playing this game felt just really bad in comparison. I'm sure if I played it, this would be a really good summer game. Like a game to have over the summer. If I had this as a kid, I just know I'd be obsessed with it. Like, I'd be so into this game. I beat it. I cared enough to beat it, but once I beat it, I was so happy to be done with it. I don't know. Also, the people around me seemed like they were enjoying it way more than me, which always just is a bad feeling that you get with a game when you're not liking it as much as everyone else. My voice is getting strained. But yeah, I liked the region. The region was good. It had a great chill vibe, which I loved. I loved playing it at night before bed, and the music was really good. And the Pokemon were cool. I haven't played Scarlet and Violet. It might be a while till I get to those. I just want to wait and see until I'm in the right headspace for Pokemon. It could be Pokemon, it could be me. I'm just gonna take a little break from the franchise for a while. Number 12. At number 12, Kentucky Route Zero. Everything this game does, as, in that sort of, games as art sphere where the writing's amazing, the graphics are amazing on this game, okay? It uses really nice, kind of like N64 polygon design to create really beautiful set pieces that are reminiscent of, theater. And this game touches on so many different aspects of art, like paintings, theater, song, poetry, and then somehow incorporates all of those into a video game and in some ways gamifies them. And I think it's very brilliant. It's a very brilliant game. People say this gameplay sucks. People say this game does nothing for them. I encourage them to just think a little more, because oh my god, when it all came together for me in this game was you're having a conversation on a boat, and you're playing this like one guy and a couple character, and you can choose a lot of different options that are completely different, you know? And you can choose if he wants to be like mad at his girlfriend or pet the dog or be distant or be close. And it's very interesting. Oh, okay, only 10% left on my iPad. We gotta wrap this up soon. Very interesting to think about what the character would do or versus what you would do, what you want the conversation to go like. Beautiful piece of Americana. I love a good American novel, and Kentucky Route Zero is just a great piece of American, you know, art. It really touches on like a, you know, like Noah Caldwell Gervais in a video, he called it kaleidoscopic, which I think is a great way to put it because it touches on like so many aspects and so many like facets of the human experience and that contextualized within America, you know. The bones, like seeing the visible electricity bones, always gonna get me. Such a good design element. This game is just beautifully made. Gameplay sucks though. The gameplay legitimately sucks, but you know, I'm pretentious enough for the gameplay to suck if it means the story's good. So at number 12, Kentucky Route Zero. Oh god, okay. Number 11 spot. This is an important spot because this is the game that is not going in the top 10 of the year. And I don't know which one it's gonna be. It's a sad spot, the number 11 spot. I'll give it an honorary award. The special number 11 game of the year is going to be Boomerang X. This game rocks. Like, this is one of the best first-person shooters I've ever played in so long. It is so inventive with, you know, it's like boomerang mechanic, and then it's just great arena shooter. I loved Doom Eternal when I played that in 2020, and I think I really start to want to get into arena shooters more because Boomerang X was excellent. The first thing you do when you throw the boomerang is like, okay, I want to call it back to me, and then you can call it back to me. And then you're like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then once you unlock the teleport ability for the boomerang, you can just basically fly. And at that point, like, the devs have opened up the game so much to understanding that you have those abilities, that they give you so much freedom within the moveset to just maneuver, kill stuff, like activate your weapons and like shoot things, and it's just flows so amazing. This is one of the best game flows I've ever played. I'll still occasionally play for like an endless run one day, you know, now and then, just to go back to the feel. But and it's short. Oh, I love a good short game. Like 3 hours. The final boss sucks. I heard people say the final boss is good. I hated the final boss of this game, but most game final bosses suck. So yeah, at number 11, Gone But Not Forgotten, Boomerang X. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the top 10. The top 10 games of the year. I'm excited. Oh my god. I can see it forming in my head. Okay, The games we have left, I'm just going to list them out, are Disco Elysium, Elden Ring, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, If Found, Bayonetta 3, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Kirby in the Forgotten Land, Forza Horizon 5, Worms Battlegrounds, and Neon White. I am really impressed. I mean, it's Game of the Year 2022, but like, a lot of these games came out in 2022, and I'm glad I got around to these ones, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm just impressed. 2020, I think, too, is going to be a really... I mean, people are going to remember this year for a while because Elden Ring, right? But I think 2022, very strong year with releases. Like, even now, like, I'm playing Sonic Frontiers right now. I wish I got around to that way sooner, but my Xbox was at home while I was at university. But, man, 2022 had some solid-ass releases. And, man, this is just honoring 2022. Had some of my best games. So without further ado, the number 10 game of the year is going to be Forza Horizon 5. It's automotive wonderland. They let you play with any car you could ever think of and tweak it in anywhere you want. And I am such a casual enjoyer of cars, right? I only care for the looks, but man, they make it so easy for you to be as casual as you want with this game, right? It's one of the best like difficulty accessibility options ever, because you can tweak every aspect of this game, even how the cars operate. If you want them in stick or manual, or like you can adjust the torque on there. You can do so much under the hood, like adjustments to your cars in this game. Yet, as someone who doesn't even touch that, I found this game to be such an easy entry point into, modern racing, because you have like racing sims like Gran Turismo, Dirt, all the other really like high-techy racing sims. But I feel like since Need for Speed fell off, like there isn't an in-between like anymore between like Mario Kart and Gran Turismo. Like there's been this huge gap between the racing genre that I think was really filled with the Forza Horizon series. I played 4 last summer. No, 2 summers ago. Not summer 2022. And man, that game was so much fun. Just to hold on, I gotta keep my Xbox on. I'm downloading a game. But yeah, Forza Horizon 5 was just like incredible. The graphics were amazing. Oh, the car sounds were so good. You could just get lost in it. Like I'd play this game when I get back from work, and just stress would just melt away. Like it was so simple, so easy to enjoy. I think this is like one of the my favorite racing game ever, honestly. And the racing's good. The racing's really good, but just getting to drive all those BMWs that like I'll never get to own. Such a great like vicarious car simulator. I love it. I loved it. I had it on Game Pass, but I don't have Game Pass anymore, and it's like still pretty expensive, even on sale right now during the holidays. So I don't think I'll get it for a while. One day. I want to try the Hot Wheels DLC. That looks cool. I gotta wrap this up. My throat's hurting. Okay. Number 9. Worms Battlegrounds. Worms Battlegrounds was downloaded on my friend Joe's Xbox, and we played it like one day for a one-off, but oh my god, our friend group like became so obsessed with Worms, and like I think Worms is such a perfect multiplayer game, especially like there's so many elements to it. There's destructible environments, there's weapons, there's custom game modes. You can manipulate your worms in so many ways and do like so many different strategies that you want, and then just like even then, like the multiplayer is so solid. Easily one of the best multiplayer games I've ever played. Like I don't even know how to like say much more about Worms because it's just really solid. And like the random spawn's amazing, can tweak all the rules. And Worms Battleground has a good art style. WMD is weird. WMD is really weird looking, and I think that puts me off from it. But Worms Battlegrounds forever, man. So many good worm bits. Like, you couldn't even imagine. Okay, at number 8, Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Hopes. Okay. I'd love Fire Emblem. I'm a Fire Emblem super fan. My first game was Awakening. Since then, I've loved pretty much every single new Fire Emblem game they put out. I haven't gone back and played the old ones, so I'm like a new gen fan. But man, playing this game over the summer just brought me back to 2019 when Three Houses came out. Like, it was just so cozy. I'd play it, I'd hang out with characters I knew. I also love Warriors Combat. Warriors Combat really grown on me this past year. Because I think I played Pirate Warriors 4 a lot last year. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. And this was just a pretty solid Warriors game. I haven't played a lot, so I know it's like not as good compared to the other ones, but I thought it was fun. I think I love this trend of just giving Warriors spin-offs to like huge gaming franchises, because it's just like it's just such a good combo. Like it always works, it always hits. And you know, the Fire Emblem Three Houses cast is incredible. One of the best ensemble casts in any video game or any JRPG. They're all so unique. So yeah. Oh my god, my voice is so dead. My voice is dying. Number 7. I'm gonna go faster. Number 7, I gotta make a tough choice. I gotta make a really tough choice. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I had skeptical expectations about this game because I didn't think Star Allies was that appealing. I didn't even play it. But Kirby and the Forgotten Land, so much fun. So just enjoyable and joyous and beautiful. It's like such a good Kirby game. Like they hit the nail directly on the head for what this game had to be. And it's amazing. I have no complaints. I wish there were more, I won't complain. I wish there were more mouthful modes. They advertised it a lot, but there are only like a couple objects. I wish there was more. At number 6, we are going with Neon White. I liked this game too much. This was like my out from left field game this year. Yeah, I played like a couple of these speedrunning first-person shooters before. I played Lovely Planet, if you've ever played that on Steam. And man, Neon White just everything. Like, this is for $25. This is such a solid game. This is like indie game, like perfection right here with how much you get for this. Like, I haven't played an indie game this solid in a while, and I was so skeptical on how it would work with the cards and stuff, but man, so incredibly well designed. I'm just amazed it got me into speedrunning because I'm not a speedrunning type. Like, for me, speedrunning just feels like a lot of effort to do, and I don't enjoy it, but they made me like speedrunning. I can't believe it. I 100%ed it. I got the true ending, got all the gifts, and I liked it. I even like the characters. People hate on the story. I am so anime pilled that I'll love this game anyway for it. And you know, some parts I did like. I did not give a shit though about a lot of the conversations that were happening, but oh my god, the vibes, the neon white vibes were amazing. Such an incredibly strong aesthetic for this game. And amazing music. Machine Girl killed it. Machine Girl really killed it. This is a rough top 5. Okay, the 5 games I have left are Disco Elysium, Elden Ring, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, If Found, and Bayonetta 3. 3 of these games came out in 2022, and then I played the final cut of Disco Elysium. That came out in 2020. If Found, I think, came out in 2019. Oh my god, this top 3. Okay, let's get 5 and 4 out of the way with. I'm putting Bayonetta 3 at number 5. Bayonetta 3 it's been through a lot this year, right? We had that whole just stupid controversy before the game came out. And then the game comes out, and now that it's been out, I'm seeing a lot of negative reception toward, well, oh my god. I'm not even going to talk about Bayonetta, except, like, it's boring. It's so fucking boring. Why the hell would they do that? But, like, combat-wise, I don't hate it. Like, no, I love it. I love the combat in this game. Summoning the giant demons is the coolest thing ever. And, like, I love it. It reminds me of a lot of V from Devil May Cry 5. I loved playing V. I thought he was, like, my favorite character to play as in that game for some reason. And controlling these demons in here is just amazing. The weapons are each so unique. And then Bayonetta's demon is so unique. Like, so much attention went in to, like, just the concepts of this game, the weapons and everything. Where it missteps, I think it missteps incredibly hard. Like, this game is peaks and valleys, and for me, a lot of it had to do with just, like, you know, the combat. Like, the combat just kept me coming back, man. Like, each new weapon was so much fun to play as, and then, okay, let me work this into my moveset and my build, and then, okay, let me try out this demon. And then I'm just getting these wild weapons that are more wild than the last, and I can't help but love this game, and I love the alternate Bayonettas. I think that's so cool. Like, when it comes to multiverse, there's been a lot of multiverse bullshit this year, but when it comes to multiverse, I think Bayonetta, they got, like, the multiversal Bayonettas right. They did not get the multiversal worlds right. However, I love this game. I like Viola. People hate on Viola. I love Viola. I like her music. Her combat's, like, iffy for me, but I mean, that's okay. She doesn't have that many missions. Same with the Jean sections. The Jean sections are pretty good. But I don't know, man. Bayonetta 3 was good. I'm tired of people shitting on it. Like, because I really liked this game. I really did. Just a solid action game. No, nowhere near as good as Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry 5 still holds like the crown for like best action game ever, but you know, Bayonetta 3 has its can sit at the table more so than Bayonetta 2, I'd say. Bayonetta ranking, I think it'd go 3, 1, 2 right now. The monsters in 3 sucked though. I thought the monsters in 3 were boring, which was disappointing. This game is very disappointing in a lot of areas, but for me it delivered. It delivered a very solid action experience. I didn't have high hopes for it either. I was just like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But Bayonetta 3 at the number 5 spot. Number 4, If Found. Jesus Christ, If Found. Best, like, combination of story and gameplay, I think. Never mind. Really good combination of story and gameplay. I loved how, like the erasure mechanic that you use to progress the entire story is so tied into the theme of like, you know, like transition. Like, I'm not trans, but this game really offered me like a great like viewpoint of like the desire to erase and to just throw away everything, like in hopes that you can like get more. But it's not about like wanting what you want, it's about wanting what you got, you know? And the erasure mechanic did such a good job at showing like I wrote down like I was really bored at work one day and I wrote down like all of my thoughts on this notes app about it, but I can't seem to recall any of them. But it was really good. I liked It Found a lot. Really short too. We love a good short game. But now it's time for the top 3. The last 3 games I played in 2022 have been Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Elden Ring, and Disco Elysium. I should just give them all the number 1 spot because, like, Jesus Christ, all 3 of these games were so good for so many different reasons, and I think these 3 games are why I think, like, 2022 was such a really, like, revitalizing year for me in my gaming, like, hobby. Like, they made me care so... All 3 of them made me care so much about video games. But I can just tell you it right now. It's easier to think of what number 1 is, besides than what numbers, like, 2 and 3 are gonna be. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna lay this out now. 3, 2, and 1. It's gonna go Elden Ring, Disco Elysium, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at 1. Okay. Let me write that down first. Okay. These should all get number 1. All 3 of these have made it into, like, probably my top 10 games of all time at this point, which is insane. So I've been thinking about this top 3 a lot, and I'm gonna go with this. If this was a best games of 2022 list, strictly games that came out in 22, I'd still give it to Xenoblade over Elden Ring. For me personally, I'm just gonna start with at the number 3 spot, Elden Ring. Elden Ring is amazing. I don't want to say anything about it right now because so many people have said other stuff, but it's genuinely, like, just a marvel. It was so good. I'd never played a FromSoft game before. I found Dark Souls, like, really kind of esoteric to get into when I tried to play it over the summer before Elden Ring came out. It did not click for me, but I think with the Elden Ring being like a new release and a new IP, just being a new game in general, I was like, the hype train was impossible not to ride for this. You know, the lore, the character designs, everything about it is so good, man. Oh God, I love Elden Ring so much. I love Ronnie. Ronnie is best girl. Ronnie is best girl. But yeah, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much about my number 2 pick, Disco Elysium, either, because oh my God, like, some of the best writing in a game ever. I'd say probably the best written game I've ever played. It's just a marvel. I'm running out of steam. I'm looking at, it's like an hour. I've done this for an hour, but oh my God. So many people have said so many things about Disco Elysium, and I have nothing new to add, but it's an amazing game. It's truly one of a kind. I think I'm gonna remember it a lot. I'm gonna think about it a lot for a long time. And I'm gonna beg all of my friends to play it for the rest of my life. I, however, do want to say a lot about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, my number 1 game of 2022. I can remember being 12 years old on the bus ride home, and I saw a Chugger Conroy like Let's Play in my YouTube recommended feed for Xenoblade Chronicles, and like that cover, that title screen for Xenoblade is so striking. I had to click on it, and oh my God, I fell in love. I fell in love with Xenoblade. Xenoblade opened me up to the world of JRPGs, which are probably like my favorite game genre, and just like, God, nothing hits like a Xenoblade game. And then, I took over my life when I was 12, and then, oh my God, my sophomore year of high school, when this was the best, 2017, when I first got my Switch in like, November, the year it came out in 2017, and I had it like, oh my God, I had it like 2 weeks or like a month before Xenoblade 2 came out. And oh my God, say what you want about Xenoblade 2. I love that game with the bottom of my heart. So here I am in college now, like spring semester of my sophomore year, and I'm sitting in the bathroom and I'm looking at my phone and I see a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 trailer. I drop everything. I was so hyped for this game leading up to it. I had listened to all the soundtrack leaks, I was reading the website, I was looking at all the characters, and this game just like floored me. It blew me away. This game is beautiful in its storytelling and the way it has so much like respect for itself, you know. 2, the biggest problem with 2 is that the game just doesn't respect itself. Like, it wants to have these serious emotional moments, yet it has half-naked women like Pyra and like her fucking outfit. There's so many things that get in the way of like the true like core of like Xenoblade 2, and what I think of like the entire Xenoblade series, which is like deep, like sad and emotional stories. Like these are supposed to be sad games, right? And so, oh my God, 3 is so just melancholic and oppressive and just like subdued. Everything about this game is just so tied in with the overarching theme of like life and loss, and it's an incredibly simple message, but you know, after like just like the world's current events, the very simple message of just like just live to live, because like the human life is kind of a miracle, really hit me hard. I love all the characters. Probably my favorite party in any JRPG is the main six of this game. And they each like fill such unique aspects in their like friend group dynamic. I'd say, and they all each are given equal screen time, which perfect. Like, I remember reading an interview saying they wanted to give every character the same amount of words in the script. Could not have paid off more well. A good JRPG, I think, lives or dies by its party, and the more attention you give to your main party, the better JRPG will be. That was my problem with, Octopath Traveler, was that, okay, all the characters are together, but they don't talk, they don't interact, all their stories are separate. It was very hard to, like, feel like they were a real, like, party traveling, but, oh my god, these characters in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 are so there for each other, and such good friends, and I love it. It's adorable. I love it so much, and man, Ouroboros is cool. The Ouroboros units that they morph into are so well designed. I love it. Everything about this game, just this art design. All the worlds are unique. All the menus are unique. Everything about this game, they had to imagine. There's nothing taken... Oh, sorry. I got an alert on my iPad. There's nothing, like, taken from our world at all in Xenoblade. It's such a unique world they thought of. The same way, like you did in Elden Ring, I feel like that's the thing with games of 22, like, you have Elden Ring, for me it was Elden Ring and Xenoblade. I didn't play God of War, or Stray, or what was the other name? Horizon? No one likes Horizon. But, yeah, but the narrative in Xenoblade 3 is so... not strong. It does have its faults, but when it hits, that's all I'm gonna say. When it hits, man. The game kind of, it kind of reveals its hand a little too quickly. Like, the climax of the game happens pretty early instead of at the end of the game. Not pretty early, but it doesn't happen at the end of the game. I've seen a lot of complaints about the final chapter, but, I think, I don't know. I really don't know, man. Xenoblade 3 is good. I think about it a lot. It's very near and dear to my heart now. And that's all I can really say. Like, this game succeeded every expectation I had for it. And that's just like a hardcore fan of the series. It's just the best feeling ever. I'm sure this is what longtime Souls fans must have felt with Elden Ring. But, man, Xenoblade 3 is just like the apex of the entire series, and it delivers on such strong emotional moments. More than, like, any other game I've played since probably, like, Red Dead Redemption 2, which is what I, like, love about games. I love a good emotional game, And the combat's good. I got really into the combat and, like, getting the optimal strat. Oh, God, it's been an hour. I've been recording for an hour. I'm tired, but Xenoblade Chronicles 3 gets my 2022 Game of the Year award. So now I'm just going to go through a final list of my games. So at 28, we have I Am Dead. 27, Sonic Forces. 26, Sonic Mania. 25, Keroblaster. 24, Risk of Rain 2, Survivors of the Void. 23, Vampire Survivors. 22, Rogue Legacy. 21, Overwatch. 20, Unpacking. 19, Sonic Mania. 18, Fortnite. 17, Persona 5 Royal. 16, Persona 5 Dancing in Star Night. Number 15, Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Number 14, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Number 13, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Number 12, Kentucky Route Zero. Number 11, Boomerang X. Number 10, Forza Horizon 5. Number 9, Worms Battlegrounds. Number 8, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Number 7, Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Number 6, Neon White. Number 5, Bayonetta 3. Number 4, If Found. Number 3, Elden Ring. Number 2, Disco Elysium. And then at number 1, Game of the Year 2022 is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Wow. I'm okay with this list. Besides Pokemon, I let Pokemon go for too long, but that's okay. There'd always be that one. But that's gonna do it for Game of the Year 2022. I hope if you watch this whole thing, thank you. I appreciate it. And Merry Christmas. Tell your family you love them. Bye.